What's going on, everyone? Today I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how I was able to build an almost 800 perfect credit score in 4 years with no debt and 7 credit cards. I've peaked at a now 797 credit score according to Credit Karma, and if you're looking to do the same, continue watching this video and I'll show you guys exactly how I got there. Furthermore, I'm still early in my credit card journey, so if you know how I can get those 3 extra points or just have extra tips so I can get to that 800 credit score threshold, I'd love to hear it in the comments below. Credit scores can impact everything from getting loans, renting an apartment, or even landing a job. I know I had to have a good credit score when I attempted house hacking in my earlier days. We don't talk about that. But anywho, I'm 100% certain that an excellent credit score will be more of a benefit than a hindrance in your financial journey. I started building my credit as soon as I turned 18, and I know a lot of people are afraid of credit cards because they think it'll lead to debt. I've definitely seen it firsthand, but it's not the case if you use them the right way. My first credit card was the Discover It Student with a $500 credit limit. I used it for small purchases that kept me under a 10% utilization. Furthermore, this isn't a sponsor, but if you download the Credit Karma app, it'll tell you exactly what you need to do to get a better credit score. In my case, I still currently have red markers on the credit age as well as total accounts, so that's definitely something I plan to work on over the years. If you're gonna remember one thing from this video, please let it be this: remember to pay off your credit cards in full at the end of every month at the minimum. As a result, this helps avoid interest as well as keeping your utilization low, which is overall very important for your credit score. If you want to go the extra mile, and if you're paranoid like me, I set up my automatic payments through each of my cards. That way I never miss a payment. Even with that in place, I still pay off my cards almost every week just to make sure the balances don't add up to the point where I feel like I won't be able to pay it off, and that way I can keep a low utilization as well. So just be conscious of your spending in general. If you really had to boil it all down, that's all I basically did for the past 4 years. I would use my cards once to a handful of times throughout the week and then pay it off the following week. Once you get into the habit, you barely even think about it and it just becomes like clockwork. Additionally, the minimum you should do is pay off your cards in full on time at the end of every month. I'm not going to even bother telling you guys to do your minimum payments because the real minimum you should do is pay it off in full. Because honestly, if you can't pay for it outright in cash immediately, you probably shouldn't be buying it anyway. Another way I was able to boost my credit limit was to every year try to request for a higher credit limit. Sometimes through Chase though, this would be done automatically every year depending on how you are. But in other cases, just like Discover, I had to manually request for a credit card limit increase. You would do this through the app and all you really had to do is update your income if necessary and then request for one. And I think I honestly got a response back immediately and I got a higher limit. When you increase your credit limit, you shouldn't see this as a reason to spend more. This should just be a reason to keep your overall credit utilization even lower. So you should not at all spend beyond your means. As for getting new cards, a good rule of thumb is to apply once every 6 months to a year. That way you can avoid the Chase 524 rule, which if you don't know is if Chase will deny you automatically if you've applied and accepted 5 credit cards within 24 months, no matter who it's from. Also, if you're watching this after the 5 things I wish I knew when I was 18 video, you should definitely know that you should be planning out your credit card journey. From start to now, my cards have been the Discover It Student card, the Chase Freedom Student, the Chase Freedom Flex, the Chase Freedom Unlimited, the Amex Gold card, the Apple card, and now the Amazon card. There's too many benefits and little nuances to talk about with each card, and that could be for a future video, and if you'd like that, please drop a comment down below. But of course, it's crucial you plan out your credit card journey, that way you don't get cards that overlap each other's benefits. In this case, my card that's kind of useless right now is my Chase Freedom Student. I might upgrade it in the future, but as of now, it only earns me 1% cash back, which makes it kind of useless because at the minimum, I earn 1.5% with the Chase Freedom Unlimited, and most recently, I've been using Apple Pay a lot, and that gives me 2%. So it's not useful as the others, but no matter what, I never want to close my cards just because that's one of my earlier cards, and by closing it, I would be lowering my overall credit age, which does affect my score. Whether it be any Capital One card, any Citi card, or even the Built card, which I've been eyeing recently, make sure you do your own due diligence and research which card is best for you at that given moment. It's your credit card journey, so make sure you tailor it to your own experience. Also, as you apply for new cards, please keep in mind what it takes to achieve a sign-up bonus if there is one. Like all of my advice so far, you don't just want to spend just because. Please plan out your credit card journey with the credit card sign-up bonuses on purchases you would be doing anyway. That way, if it's a bigger purchase, you would be able to hit that spend bonus a little bit easier. And you wouldn't be just spending because you had to. Also, this is pretty generic, but for annual fee cards, please do your research extensively. Do what makes sense for you. Don't just copy my setup or anyone else's just because. You don't want to be paying annual fees and end up possibly even having to close your card just because you can't use all the benefits it has. This tip is especially important, especially if you're looking for simplicity. At this point and throughout every month, you just have to keep track of what optimizes your cashback rewards. In my case, it's going to be the Flex and Discover that I have to look for the 5% rotating categories, making sure I use my 2% Apple Card on Apple Pay. My Amex card gets 4% cash back on grocery as well as at restaurants and so on. And I know it's not really optimal, but if you guys watch my older credit card videos, I've actually already redeemed a lot of my credit card points for cash back. I can confidently say I've redeemed at least 1,000 or 2,000 just in cash back alone, which is awesome. But as of the last 1 to 2 years, I've definitely been trying to keep my points just in case I travel in the future with my girlfriend. That way I can force myself to learn more about how to maximize those points. I'm really looking forward to researching how I can use these points optimally to be used on hotels as well as plane rides. To wrap up, like all things, if this seems like a lot of information, just go at your own pace, learn properly, have fun, and keep it simple. This is your unique credit card journey, so like all things in life, do what's best for you. And if you found this video helpful, do what's best for the YouTube algorithm and hit that like and subscribe. And of course, drop down in the comments below what videos you guys want to see in the future. I don't just want to make finance content, I want to make what you guys want to see, so whether that be just entertainment or gaming videos, I'd love to do that as well. Or more car content. I'd also love to hear what you guys have your card set up or what you plan to get in the future, so drop that down. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I've really enjoyed making these videos for you guys, even though I'm deathly tired from my 5 to 5. You guys make it possible, and if you haven't already, please check out my videos on 5 things I wish I knew when I was 18. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace! Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I've really enjoyed making these videos for you.